4 years into our marriage, we were in problems. We were arguing all the time. It just felt like we were fighting all the time. And we kept asking, we didn't ask each other, but each of us was asking individually, did I make the right choice? Did I make a mistake? Did I marry the wrong person? You know?
Was this the one?
Yeah, was this the one? You know, it was such a difficult time. We were both doing our masters at the time, and she was studying psychology. And so I would sit in, I mean, when your wife is studying, you end up, I was very interested in what she was learning. So we learned a lot together. And one of the professors taught about the stages of marriage. And he talked about every marriage goes through four stages, you know? And every single marriage goes through these stages. So stage one is the dream. When the romance, the honeymoon, everybody goes through that. That's when that's what makes you attracted to the other person, because you feel this person is just perfect for me. And so we went through the dream, and that time you overlook mistakes. You just feel we'll make it work. As long as it's us against the world, we are in love, all that stuff. Love will conquer everything. Yeah. And then stage two is drama. So drama is when now you begin to be yourselves. Because you know, you never really married a person, you married your own dream or your own imagination of what that person was.
That's the time you say, you know what, I don't think I like this person. I don't like what I see. I thought this person was this way, but they are not. And the drama now is when you're trying to change, when you're trying to control each other, and you're trying to change each other to conform to the image that you have. Because every one of us has this ideal, you know, dream in our head. You know, I'm the kind of person who, you know, just loves things, you know, organized in a certain way and, you know, placed in certain places. And when we were newly married, we were students, and we were living in a one-bedroom house, and so the dining room acted as our study, as our dining. It was a multi-purpose. And so, you know, for him, the books would be placed, you know, all over the table plus on the floor, and it was such an issue getting them, you know, off the floor and arranging them, because he would tell me, I know where every book is. Please do not touch these books. And there used to be such big fights until I realized that we could, you know, make a joke out of it. And I said, you know, we're in the clearing and forwarding business. You know, he forwards and I clear. And, you know, just kind of make light of that kind of a situation. But yes, changing the other person does not work.
The next stage is called discovery. Discovery is when you stop trying to make the person fit your mold. And then you begin to actually discover what they really are. And it's when you give up. You know, you just give up. You say, okay, fine. I didn't get the woman I thought I married. Who did I get? And at that point, you begin to say, okay, yeah, this thing I didn't even notice before, but okay, fine. This is not bad. This I thought I had, I don't have it. What do I have, you know? And there's almost this negotiation thing of, okay, I'm accepting. It's a stage of acceptance. And it's a really important stage for a couple to go through. Yeah. And if you do manage to do the discovery well, then there's a fourth stage called depth, which is when you start to celebrate the differences. Yeah. The differences no longer threaten you. Yeah. You actually start to celebrate the gift that God gave you, because your spouse is a gift from God.
The peak of emotion is usually when you're dating, and then when you get married, you'll never quite get to the same emotional high as you had when you were dating. Now that was disappointing for me, because I thought, oh, we would live on this high cloud of emotions, whereas for him, he saw it as great hope. It's like, oh, you mean every marriage starts, you know, at this high, it kind of goes down and then tapers, but that's okay. So whereas he was comforted, I kind of felt disappointed, because I think my dream was to remain on this, yeah, I guess I'm a romantic, to remain on this, you know, cloud of emotion. Year 5, as we said, we were students, or we were studying abroad, and so I thought, okay, this is our 5th wedding anniversary. I'm the one. I thought, you know what, I'm not sure whether he's going to plan it. So I went ahead and planned for it. I planned for us to go to Las Vegas, and luckily we had done some dance classes. We had done the salsa, the cha-cha, you know, a few months ago. And so I thought, what better place to practice and to enjoy our nights than to go to Las Vegas and, you know, go to these hotels and dance the nights away. You know, 5th wedding anniversary was just a perfect opportunity. So I planned it, and even bought 2 dresses, 2 hot numbers, a red one and a black one, you know, for the occasion. And so I planned all this thing. I noticed that he was He was a reluctant participant, but I thought, okay, you know, when we get there, it will work.
Well, I think this was her idea. I was not consulted. She didn't want to know what I wanted. She just decided to do her dream anniversary. And I think that's what happens now at that stage, because it's your spouse has their plan. And this is the plan they've always had for their spouse. Yeah. But by that time, you're already feeling, I don't fit this picture you have of me. So for me, really, those days, the thing that really thrilled me was not to sit in a restaurant and look at someone's eyes. I mean, that's something we can do at home. For me, I was like, you take me to Vegas, you're taking me to a place where I can walk around, I can see the lights and, you know, look for people to hang out with. I was ready for a party, you know. So when we got there, I told her, okay, fine, put on some sneakers and jeans, let's go walk. That's where the fireworks began. For her, she felt betrayed because she's like, I had a plan that you're not fitting into.
I have stilettos. I mean,
she had her heels, high heels, a nice dress. So I told her, get your dress off, put on jeans, and let's go see the place. I mean, how do you come here? It's our first time ever. We may never come back. And you want me to sit in a restaurant and look at you? We can go to a restaurant, even in Nairobi when we go back, you know? So you can see mixed expectations. We had very different expectations. So we had a big old... Yeah, we really had an argument. Yeah. I remember I bought her a gift because I was ready for this. I think I'd been boiling at some point. It had been simmering. This thing of being told, you know, fitting into your wife's plans was beginning to get to wear thin. No? So I bought her a great CD of love songs. But it had a great number, I think it was number 4.
Yeah, it was a nice song.
The song is called Satin Sheets Slide. And the message of that song is, you know, it starts with this girl, she's so happy, she's buying satin sheets for her husband, for the anniversary. She's like, oh, this guy will be so happy, I'm buying him some satin sheets. And then she brings them home, and you know satin is slidey material. It's a very chilly thing. I mean, who can sleep on it? You know, guys want cotton, you want something that... So when she brings them home, the guy says to her, and that's what the song is, if you want to love me, come and love me from my side, because satin sheets slide. And for him, he's thinking, if I sleep on those things, I'll slide and fall off the bed. So give me what I want, not what you want to give me, you know?
Yeah.
So I told her, okay, sweetie, on this 5th anniversary, I have a treat for you. I picked a nice CD, romantic love songs, and I have a great number for you, and I just put it on.
Can you imagine? Fireworks!
Don't try this at home. I want to just say to any young man watching this, this is not something you should try with a young bride.
Yeah.
My goodness, she just took it personally.
Yeah.
And so I think, did we didn't dance?
Oh, no.
We didn't go out for dinner?
No, we didn't. But at least we talked it through. And I think what he was trying to say is that, well, the message of the song is, look, true love is actually getting to know what the other person's preferences are and loving them and loving them that way. So for instance, my love language is service, and I love to serve. If I love somebody, I want to do things for them. That's not her love language. So when I used to, those early days, I mean, when I felt I'm really loving this woman, I'd get her shoes and polish them, and then I make breakfast. Now I'm just feeling, my goodness, this is the ultimate love. I don't even do this for my sister. You know, this is just like the craziest thing I've ever done for anyone. I mean, her shoes are shining until I can even see my face in them. Huh? And I'm thinking the woman will feel so loved, you know? Yeah. Now, for her, she'll just come wear her shoes and let's go, you know? Yeah, whereas for mine, it was actually quality time, and just talking, sitting, looking at each other, really, and just talking, and entering each other's worlds, talking deep things.
Guys, we're not used to talking about deep things. You know, as Jamas, you talk about sports, you talk about the weather. So here's this chick, she wants to talk about how are you feeling, you know, like really feeling.
How was your day? What were your highs? What were your lows?
So when she asked me how's my day, I told her it was fine.
How did you feel, you know, when your boss talks to you like that?
I just told her, I felt okay. Where's dinner? I mean, that's the kind of thing that really caused trouble. So I think one of the things that we had to learn is, okay, I need to learn her love language. And then she needs to learn mine. So that when I love her in her language. So I had to learn to sit in a restaurant or at home and answer the questions. By the way, I've become so good at it 20 years down the road. Oh my goodness, I'm a star. Yeah. I mean, I get home, she asks me, how's the day? I say, oh my goodness, let me tell you how my day was. Yeah. I give her the stories. I tell her, you wouldn't believe what that person told me. And she's like, wow, really? And I can tell this is her thing, you know? Yeah, yeah. But I've even gotten into it where I enjoy it myself. So that's just 20 years. It's taken a long time to get here. Yeah. But I think you learn, if you're patient enough, that you begin to learn what makes the other person happy as opposed to what makes you